Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video I'm going to be taking you through my skincare empties. I have got a nice little pile of products behind me here. There's a variety of cleansers, sunscreens, moisturizers and a couple of serums in there as well. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on the products that I've been using, then keep on watching. I'm going to start with cleansers. The Dr. Dennis Gross Hyaluronic Marine Melt Away Cleanser is a really nice cleanser that I have been enjoying using. This is a relatively new launch from Dr. Dennis Gross. I think it launched in like the late summer last year and I used it all up and really enjoyed it. This is an oil-free cleanser, so if you prefer oil-free products, then this is definitely a good option for you. I will say that this will probably be a great option for most skin types. It leaves a nice hydrating finish on the skin, so I feel like that is a nice preparation for your skin as you continue with your routine after cleansing. This will effectively remove sunscreen and makeup, so you can use this as part of your evening skincare routine, or you can even just use it as a morning freshen up if that's what you want. I really like this cleanser. Would I use it again? I think I would. I think it's about £30 in the UK for this large size, which is definitely on the top end of what I will spend on a cleanser, but you do get a decent amount. There's 150ml in the bottle, so you get a relatively good amount of the cleanser and it works very well. And I feel like this does have quite a unique texture to it. I like that it's very gentle, but it definitely removes makeup SPF, as I've already said, very, very well. And it does leave that hydrating finish, so it does feel like a good quality cleanser. And I feel like this represents the current generation of cleansers that are able to effectively cleanse the skin without stripping or drying it out. Dr. Sam's Flawless Cleanser is another gel cleanser that I really enjoyed using. A client in the salon actually gifted me this because we were talking about skincare and I mentioned that I really wanted to try this cleanser from Dr. Sam. For those of you that are perhaps in the US or that are not based in the UK, Dr. Sam Bunting is a London-based dermatologist who has kind of recently launched a skincare range. There are several serums, there's the cleanser, there's some moisturizer and there's some sunscreen as well. This is the only product that I've tried from the range, and as cleansers go, I feel like this is a really nice, solid gel cleanser. I wouldn't say this is suitable for every skin type in the way that the Dr. Dennis Gross one was. I would say that this is better for definitely oily, acne-prone skin, sensitive skin. The only skin type that I would say this isn't so great for is perhaps those with particularly dry or very dehydrated skin. Dr. Sam recommends this as a great cleanser to use to remove makeup and SPF. I totally agree. It won't remove waterproof eye makeup, but most cleansers won't unless you're using like a heavy duty balm or a dedicated eye makeup remover. There doesn't seem to be any winning ingredients in this that's going to particularly benefit your skin, but I don't think that you really need that with a cleanser anyway because you just rinse it off. It's gentle, it's effective, and it's good value for money, so all round it's a good cleanser that I would definitely recommend and use again. The second and final Dr. Dennis Gross product that I've got to share with you today is the Hyaluronic Marine Hydration Booster, which is basically a hyaluronic acid serum. There is a tiny little bit in that, but it's basically almost finished. This is a very nice hydrating serum. The only thing I would say is that I feel like we no longer really need a dedicated hyaluronic acid serum. I think that so many skincare products now have got hyaluronic acid in. I remember when we first used to hear about this as an ingredient and it was like the buzz ingredient to use in your skincare. But I find that nearly all skincare products contain hyaluronic acid, so you don't necessarily need to go out and buy a dedicated hyaluronic acid serum. And because this is on the more pricey side, I really think that you could invest in a really nice moisturizer or serum from this brand and leave this out. All in all, this is definitely a great and very nice hyaluronic acid serum, but one thing that I don't love so much about it is that it is fragranced. I find that most of the Dr. Dennis Gross products are fragranced. They're fragranced really subtly and they use really nice fragrance that I think is appropriate to a high-end skincare line. It doesn't smell like perfume, it's got a nice skincare scent to it, but I like to use my hyaluronic acid product, if I am using one, around my eye area. I literally just put it all over my face, and because that has got that little bit of fragrance in, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting that too close to my eye. So that's another reason why I wouldn't highly recommend this product. In terms of that brand, the winners are definitely the exfoliating products. If you haven't seen my video on the best products of 2020, I will list it up above. And in that, I mentioned an exfoliating moisturizer from Dr. Dennis Gross, which I absolutely love. Regular viewers here will have heard me talk a lot about Drunk Elephant products recently because I've been really enjoying them. I definitely came late to the party, and I've got a few Drunk Elephant empties to share with you today. The first one is the Firma Day Serum. This is an absolutely brilliant day serum. It lives up to the hype, in my opinion. These types of serums can be tricky. Sometimes they're not for everyone because they are slightly sticky. You're always going to get that with a vitamin C that contains L-ascorbic acid, but I just feel like this has transformed my skin. It's formulated and packaged very well, so it will stay stable for a relatively long time. One thing that surprised me about this 30ml product is how long it lasts. It lasts absolutely ages. One pump on damp skin is enough for my entire face and neck area. If you don't apply this to very damp skin, then you're going to find that you can't glide the serum across your face and you're not going to be able to put it everywhere. So you really need to either mix it with a little bit of hydrating serum. The Be Hydra from Drunk Elephant is a really good serum to mix this with, but otherwise I definitely recommend the damp skin method, and you will get the most out of this. And you have to use it every single day, and it will still last you ages, just so that you can get through it whilst it's still fresh. As vitamin C serums go, I think that when you compare the performance of this and the price and the quality of ingredients, I think that this is one of the best on the market. This is the last cleanser that I'm going to talk about. It's the Drunk Elephant Beste No. 9 Jelly Cleanser. It's just a mini one, but it was definitely enough product to decide whether I like it or not. This is also a gel cleanser. This is very nice. Will remove some light sunscreen and light makeup, not heavy duty, pretty much the same as the Dr. Sam's. If I were to compare the two, this one is definitely more hydrating. The quality of ingredients in this are going to be a little bit more extra, a little bit more beneficial for the skin. But that being said, it's a cleanser, you rinse it off, and you want those beneficial ingredients to be in your serums and moisturizers. What you want with a cleanser is something that will effectively and gently cleanse your skin. Both of them do that, but this one is slightly more hydrating, this one is slightly more drying. But if you haven't got dry skin, then both are good. Okay, so now moving on to sunscreens. I can't remember if I mentioned Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen in another video, in another Empties video or not. So if I did, I'm sorry. But I've been saving it for ages to talk about. Again, this is just a mini one. This is rated SPF 30 in the UK, SPF 40 in the US. Exactly the same products, different rules. They can only get it, they can only advertise it as SPF 30 in Europe and the UK, but it's SPF 40 in the US. This is a very unique sunscreen. It really is the most invisible sunscreen that I've ever used. It's actually, that's not true. The Biore Watery UV Essence is also very clear as well, but this is a very different texture. This is silicone based, so if you love a silicone primer under your makeup, for instance, then this will probably be your favorite product slash sunscreen on earth. It's very good. Because it is so invisible, it's very difficult to see where you've applied it, because it literally just goes on the face and you can't see where it is, because it's got that satin finish that silicone products have. It looks like it's dried almost instantly, so it is very difficult to know that you've got an even application for this. But this is definitely a good option for deeper skin tones, people that struggle to find a sunscreen that doesn't leave a white cast on their face, then this could be the one for you. I briefly mentioned the Thank You Pharma Sun Project Water Sun Cream in a previous video. This is a combination of mineral and chemical sunscreens. I had to think there for a second. It's an SPF 50. I mentioned in the other video that this was like a little bit too greasy for my skin. This is definitely quite moisturizing. It feels quite oily, but not in a bad way. But because my skin is on the combo side, I find that when I use this by lunchtime, around my forehead, around my nose, is starting to get like a little bit shiny and a little bit oily when I use this, but like everywhere else it's really nice. So if your skin is on the dehydrated side or dry side, then I think that you will really love this. It's in terms of the finish, it is really nice, would make a really nice primer perhaps if you've got dehydrated or dry skin before you apply your makeup. Good ingredients, good protection, overall a good sunscreen, providing this is for your skin type. My most recent sunscreen that I have finished was a new one to me. It was the Cosrx Aloe Soothing Sun Cream SPF 50 PA+++. So the Korean sunscreens can have up to 4 pluses. This has only got 3, but it is still an SPF 50, but it could have like a tiny bit more protection. It's winter here in the UK, that's plenty of protection for me. I absolutely love this sunscreen. I mean, I don't like the packaging. It's not that exciting, but I really love this as a sunscreen. I think that it's brilliant. It has got a little bit of fragrance to it, so if you are sensitive to fragrance or you just prefer absolutely zero fragrance in your sunscreen, which I totally get, then you probably want to avoid this one. But it has got the aloe in, which will in turn soothe sensitive skin, and I think that if you are using a sunscreen, they can sometimes sensitize your skin a little bit, so it will help balance that. But overall I think this is really good. I literally slap this on, apply loads of it, which I always like to do with my sunscreen, and it doesn't leave any whiteness on my skin. And even though my skin is relatively pale, it can still go ghostly white with the wrong sunscreen, and I love this, and it's really good value for money. So I've got one exfoliating product to talk to you about, and that is the Paulas Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant with salicylic acid. This is probably the most famous product from Paulas Choice. It's yeah, definitely one of the hero products. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this already. This is an exceptional exfoliating product. It's a liquid, so it works very, very fast and effectively on the skin. It is definitely for congested skin, acne prone skin, oily skin, but it has still got hydrating ingredients in there, so it's definitely not going to dry out your skin. On my combo skin, if I put it everywhere, it will make the non-oily congested areas feel not dry, but not as hydrated as I would like. So I just tend to use this on my T-zone where I get the congestion. It is brilliant. I also use this sometimes, I hope this doesn't sound gross, I use this on my armpits every now and then because I use antiperspirant deodorant every day. I like to exfoliate my armpits every now and then. So sometimes I'll just do that, like maybe apply it half an hour before I get into the shower. So I tend to rinse it off, just do that and then rinse it off in the shower, or sometimes I'll use it overnight. This works really, really well for that, just to keep the pores under your armpits clear. And sometimes I also use it on my feet as well, just to help remove any dead skin on my feet. I think that it's a really good product for that. It's definitely not a cheap product, but it is not super expensive either. So it is just a good exfoliator in general that you can also use on your armpits and your feet. But going back to like my face, I think that in terms of unclogging my pores, it is brilliant at that. So good, so good. So final 3 products, they're all Drunk Elephant that I have used up. I'll get started with this eye cream. This is the Shaba Complex Eye Serum. I spoke about this before on my channel. It's a good eye cream because it's got really good ingredients in, and I find that it's, I can't describe results because I've been using eye cream for so long, that it's not like I had like a serious issue and then this was able to fix it. But I can just tell that it's good. I can just tell that it's good, if you know what I mean. And the one thing that I initially didn't like about this product is the texture of it. It's a serum, it's not an eye cream. They say it's an eye serum, and it's got a milky serum texture that I find doesn't absorb into the eye that well. It's not super moisturizing, but I would say that if you have got, say, hooded eyelids, or you've got slightly crepey eyelids and the skin feels very, very thin, and you want something, then I think that this could be a really good option. I wouldn't use this solely as my only eye cream. It would be something that I would either use like once a day, and I did really, really enjoy it. But I don't know, it's a complicated one, because I probably would use it again, but I don't necessarily think that this is like something that you need to rush out and buy. But if you're using perhaps the Sea Tango by Drunk Elephant during the day, and then you just want something else to use at night, and you've got the budget to buy both eye creams from Drunk Elephant, then I do think that this is a nice addition to have, but it's not going to change your life. Lala Retro Whipped Cream. This is lovely. This is a really nice moisturiser. It's not exactly what I expected it to be. I thought that because it's whipped, everyone talks about that it's really light. I find this is quite a heavy moisturiser. It's not as light as I was expecting it. It's got ceramides in, it's got oils in. This is a lovely winter moisturiser. However, I think that I won't be buying this again for now. I would rather stick with the Proteini by Drunk Elephant, which is a gel. The Drunk Elephant make the most beautiful gel products because they're not sticky, they're like creamy gels, and they're just lovely. And the Proteini is such an excellent moisturiser that I can use during the summer and during the winter. It's enough for me. It's got amazing ingredients in, so I don't really feel like I need two different moisturisers from Drunk Elephant, because the Proteini kind of does it all. That I won't be buying this anytime soon. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that I far prefer the Proteini. And this is more on the heavy side, and I used to love heavy moisturisers, but I don't love them so much. But if your skin is really dry and you need something that's like soothing and deeply moisturising, then in that case I would definitely check this out. Last product is the Drunk Elephant F-Balm Electrolyte Waterfacial Mask Hydrant, as they say in France. This contains vitamin F microbeads. Don't worry, they're not the microbeads that, or microplastics that are terrible for the ocean. They're just these little capsules that like burst on your skin. This is, sorry, the traffic outside's a nightmare. This is the most glorious moisturising. It's supposed to be a mask. I just use it as a moisturiser. You can like apply loads of it and then wipe it off. No, that's a complete waste and utter waste of product. I would just apply like the same amount that I would as a moisturiser, and then just use it as a moisturiser, and then maybe put like another moisturiser on top during the winter. I like to do that, or a couple of drops of oil. So sometimes I'll do like an exfoliator, and then this, and then a couple of drops of oil, or some retinol, this, and a couple of drops of oil, or instead of oil, some moisturiser on top, and it's just lovely. It just is that step that will keep your skin hydrated all year round, especially during the winter, and it's lovely. I've already got stuck into a full size of this, which I love. A really, really, really gorgeous product. So that's it for my skincare empties. I hope you found this video useful. If you've got any questions regarding any of the products that I mentioned, let me know in the comments below. Everything that I've mentioned in today's video has also been linked in the description box. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.